here I'm going to show you how to properly count aces with a hand. So when you have a 2, you're gonna go 2 plus 1 is 3 and make it a teen. So 3 or 13. 3 plus 1 is 4 and the teen, so that is a 4 or 14. Again, 4 plus 1 is 5. So this one is 5 or 15. Always just add 1 to whatever card is dealt to it. 6 or 16. 7 or 17. 8 or 18. 9 or 19. And a 9 plus 1 is 10, so this is a 10 or 20. This is a blackjack. This is a blackjack. However, if they want to double down on their blackjack, you can consider this an 11. 10 plus 1 is 11. Most people don't, so a blackjack. Now we're going to add more cards to the ace. Again, 2 plus 1 is 3, so this is a 3 or 13. Once a face card or a 10 comes out, it's always the teen. Four or 14? 14, because that face card or 10 value card came out. 5 or 15? 15. Now if we keep adding to it, 15 plus 3 is 18. So you're at your teen here. So now you're just going to add 3 more to whatever that teen was. So 15 plus 3 is 18. So you got 15, 17, 15, 24. Trick to know that you go over 21 is, what do you need to hit 21 from 15? You need a 6. This would be 21. Anything over a 6 is going to bust you. You really don't have to know the value, but you know that it's over. But in your head, you know, okay, that's 22, it's over 21, hand is over, they have busted. Now, as a dealer, if you have this hand, a 6 and an ace, that's 7 or 17. But like the table says, dealer must stand on 17 and must draw to 16. Some of the tables, they stay on all 17s. So even though this is considered what they would call a soft 17, because it is not hard with that 10 to make it a true 17, because this can be a 7 or 17, they call it a soft 17. As a dealer, you must stay on this hand. You do not continue drawing. You must stay on all 17s. So if you have this as a hand, it's 5 or 15. If you draw a 2, that would now be 7 or 17, and you would have to stay because you hit 17. You must stay on all 17s, even though it's a 7. It's a 17 for the dealer because they stay on all 17s. Now again, here you can hit, you got a 7 or 17, say it's the player hitting, because as the dealer you would have to stay. So 7 or 17. What card do you need to make a 21? Well, you need a 4. This person draws a 5. So now you're going to count backwards, really. Because it can be a 7 or 17, you knew that you needed a 4 to make 21. The 5 would have busted you, but since it was a 7, now you have 7 plus 5 is 12. So now you're at a 12. 7 or 17 plus 5, 17 plus 5 is 22, but since this was a soft 17, you can now reverse it. Now you're at a 12. That's the proper way to say it. Then you can see right here, these two are 11 plus 1 is 12. If a 10 would have come out as a 7 or 17, this would be a 17. If they drew the 5 after the 10, that's a 22 because this was a hard 17 because that 10 came out. So this 5 on the 17 would make 22, so they would bust. So here, if you have a 2, that is 3 or 13. A 10 makes it 13. A 5 makes it 18. They're going to stay. This is 5 or 15. The 10 makes it 15. Another ace only adds 1 more to it. So you had 15, now you're at 16. Another ace would only be 1 more, so now you're at 17. If they hit a 6, now that's 23, so it busted. All right, we got a 6 or 16. So now this would be a 12 or 22, so you're gonna stay at 12. Plus a 7 is 19. They're gonna stay. All right, we got an 8 or 18. A lot of players will stay with an 18 because it's generally a good hand. However, they can hit. Now this would be a 10 or a 20. And usually I would just tell the player 20 because it's very hard to get any better than that. So I just generally say 20 and leave it at that. Because now as a player, you're on the 3rd card, they could not double down anyways. Players will ask, since they have a 10 or a 20, say they had a bet out, be like, can I double down now? No, because this is the 3rd card. You can only double down on the original 2 dealt to you. So this is a 20. 8 or 18 plus 2, 10 or 20, I just say 20. Now if you have an 8 or 18, 10 card comes out, that's an 18. If they want to hit it again, they can, uncommon, but now you're at a hard 20. So we'll do a couple more examples. We got 5, 15, plus 2, 7 or 17, another 2, 9 or 19. A 10 hasn't come out, so that's why there's still 9 or 19. Now if the 10 comes out, that's a 19. Now, 2 aces together, if they do not split, is a 2, because they're each worth 1, or one's worth 1 and one's worth an 11. Because if they're both 11, then it's 22, and that would be a bust, so you would not describe it as that. So it's a 2 or a 12. So if you have a 7, if they do not split, 2 or 12, so it's 9 or 19. Say another ace comes out, then that is 10 or 20. And you can see with that 7 plus 1, 2, 3, the 10, there's not a face card, so it does not make it a hard 20, so it's 10 or 20. But again, I just like to tell the player 20 because it's a fairly good hand to stay on. Hard to get another ace to hit 21. So again, 2 aces are 2 or 12. 8 or 18. Now 4 comes out, so that would be 12 or 22. You would go with the 12 because 22 is a bust and it's not a hard 12. So you go with 12. not a hard 22, they didn't bust until that 10 comes out. Well, now the 10 comes out, and that would be a bust for 22. So again, 2 or 12, 8 or 18, you need a 3 to make 21. So when the 4 comes out, you know that you're over the 21, so it has to go back down to the 12. So now we're at 12, add another 3, 15, add a 2, 17. Can add another 2, 19. Player is gonna stay. Now if we were back at this 8 or 18, 18, and then if the 4 comes out, then it's at 22, and then it busts because there's a 10 in there that makes it a hard 18. So that would be 22, it would be a bust. Get rid of it. So again, 2 aces are 2 or 12.